Urgent Kansas City Chiefs fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Kansas City Chiefs updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, Chiefs fans, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into a topic that has everyone talking in Chiefs Kingdom. It's about one of our key players, a guy who's been a fan favorite for years, and yet, the whispers around his future are louder than ever. We're talking about Kareem Hunt. Yep, that's right. The same Kareem Hunt who, not so long ago, was a crucial part of the Chiefs' ground game, who helped us make that incredible playoff run, and who's been a symbol of that aggressive, physical style of football that Kansas City has come to love. But now, there's chatter that he might be on the chopping block, and honestly, it's got everyone asking, why? What's really going on behind the scenes? And what does this mean for the Chiefs' backfield moving forward? Let's back up a little and get some context. Last season was a bit of a roller coaster for the Chiefs, especially on offense. While Patrick Mahomes continued to dazzle with his arm talent and playmaking skills, the running game was, honestly, one of the weakest in the league. When you look at the stats, it's pretty eye-opening. The Chiefs averaged just over 101 rushing yards per game, and their total points per game, which is a good indicator of offensive efficiency, was only around 26. That ranked us 26th out of the 32 teams in the league. Not exactly what you'd call a dominant rushing attack. And that's despite having some talented runners like Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Now, speaking of Pacheco, this guy has been a revelation. The undrafted rookie turned fan favorite, a bruising, hard-nosed runner who can break tackles and hit the hole with purpose. When he's healthy, Pacheco is a game-changer, and he's shown that he can be the lead back for the Chiefs for years to come. But last season, he faced injuries, and that's where Kareem Hunt stepped up. Hunt, a veteran now, came back from a bit of a turbulent period in his career, and he did a solid job. He racked up 728 rushing yards and scored 7 touchdowns, which is nothing to scoff at. He was reliable, tough, and kept the chains moving when needed. However, what's interesting, and, frankly, puzzling, is that even with Hunt's solid production, the Chiefs still didn't have that explosive, home run threat out of the backfield. That's where the new additions come into play. The Chiefs, in this offseason, made some strategic moves to bolster the backfield. They signed Elijah Mitchell, a talented running back coming off injury, and drafted Brashard Smith, a rookie with some explosive potential. Both of these players are known for their speed and ability to hit the big plays. Mitchell, in particular, has shown flashes of being a game-breaker when healthy, and Smith, despite being a rookie, has the athleticism that could make him a real threat in space. So, what does all this mean for Kareem Hunt? Well, that's where things get really interesting. Because, according to some outlets, like Bleacher Report, there's speculation that Hunt could be a candidate for release. They argue that with the influx of new talent and Pacheco's rising star, Hunt's role might be diminishing. But hold on. To us, that seems a little odd. Here's a guy who was a key part of the offense last year, who played well when called upon, and who was signed to a 1-year deal worth $1.5 million. Now, think about that for a second. Cutting Hunt to save about $632,000? That's not exactly a move that makes much sense for a team like the Chiefs, especially considering how valuable Hunt has been historically. Look, Kansas City has always been smart with its roster management. They're known for making calculated moves that maximize their championship window. But cutting Kareem Hunt, especially when he's still in the mix, seems counterintuitive. Sure, there are other backs now, Pacheco, Mitchell, Smith, but Hunt has that experience, that leadership, and that ability to step in and produce when needed. Plus, he's familiar with the system, and he's demonstrated that he can be a reliable option, especially in short yardage situations or when the team needs a spark. And let's not forget the playoff run last year. Even when Pacheco was dealing with injuries, Hunt was still a part of that playoff roster, contributing when called upon. The Chiefs could very well see him as a versatile piece that can be used in different roles, especially in high-pressure moments. Cutting him now might be short-sighted, and it could send the wrong message about the team's stability and depth at the position. But then again, the NFL is a business first and foremost. Sometimes, decisions are made based on cap space, long-term strategy, or the team's future vision. The Chiefs have been known for their shrewd roster moves, sometimes releasing players who are perceived as expendable to make room for younger talent or to save cap space. Still, in Hunt's case, the numbers don't quite add up to a straightforward cut, especially given his past contributions and the fact that he still has plenty of football left in him. Now, talking about the current state of the offense, it's clear that the Chiefs are trying to evolve. Patrick Mahomes continues to be arguably the best quarterback in the league, with his incredible arm talent, football IQ, and ability to make something out of nothing. But football is a team sport, and having a balanced attack is crucial if the Chiefs want to sustain success deep into the playoffs and beyond. The addition of speedsters like Mitchell and Smith suggests that the Chiefs are looking for that explosive element that can stretch defenses and open up the field for Mahomes to work his magic. And let's be honest, a running back group with Pacheco, Hunt, Mitchell, and Smith is a pretty versatile one. Pacheco brings power and downhill running, Hunt offers veteran savvy and reliability, Mitchell provides big play potential, and Smith can be a gamebreaker in space. It's a dynamic mix, and the coaching staff will have plenty of options to scheme around depending on the situation. Looking ahead to the season, expectations are sky-high for the Chiefs. After winning the Super Bowl just a couple of seasons ago, the team is hungry to repeat and reclaim its place atop the AFC. The offense remains one of the most potent in the league, but there's always room for improvement, especially on the ground. For too long, defenses have been able to stack the box against Kansas City, daring Mahomes to beat them through the air. Finding a consistent, explosive rushing attack could be the key to unlocking an even more unstoppable offense. And that's why the future of Kareem Hunt is so intriguing. Will he stay and play a vital role this season? Or will the Chiefs decide to part ways, looking to the younger, faster options that are emerging? It's a storyline that's developing right before our eyes, and it's one that every Chiefs fan should keep on their radar. Because, no matter what happens, the team is always looking to improve, always looking to put themselves in the best position to win. As we continue to analyze all these moves and roster decisions, one thing is clear: the Kansas City Chiefs are not resting on their laurels. They're constantly adjusting, evolving, trying to stay ahead of the competition. And even though some fans might feel sentimental about Hunt or worry about the depth at running back, the organization's focus remains on building the strongest, most versatile team possible. They know that every decision, every move, can make the difference between another Super Bowl run or an early exit. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think about Kareem Hunt's future? Do you believe he still has a role to play, or do you think the team is ready to move on and go in a different direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing your opinions, and your insights help keep this community vibrant and informed. Remember, this is a team that values its fans, and your voice matters. And now, Kansas City Chiefs fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Kansas City Chiefs. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Kansas City Chiefs news. The season is just around the corner, and with all these storylines swirling, it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting campaigns in recent memory. Whether it's roster decisions, player performances, or game day strategies, we're here to bring you all the inside scoop. So make sure to subscribe, activate those notifications, and keep your eyes glued to the channel, because we're just getting started. Thanks for watching, Chiefs fans, and as always, let's go Chiefs!